We have people that are here early. Hey, Joni.
Hey, I'm trying to get back to there we go. You know me, I'm always playing with things, trying to figure them out, so I got lost.
I cannot hear you. You must be muted. I'm turned down. Let's see if this works better. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can now. I had my volume turned down.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I've been practicing Brandon and Jessica Hayes training. We have to we're supposed to post a live Facebook video of our story. So I've been practicing taping myself. I'm not quite ready yet.
If you want to get in the back,
okay.
I'm just so happy to just sit here.
Well, I really wanted to go in the hot tub, but that just doesn't feel warm. It just feels hot.
Well, someone's on there.
I hear Robert. I hear Bob. Do I hear Ruth? I see Carla. Hi, Carla.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? Don't look at me. Just look at the background.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Hi, Carla.
Hi, how do you feel, Mommy?
We've had
I'm Joni.
No, she's talking to me.
Okay.
Mommy.
Mommy, yes.
That's my job.
It's very used. Okay. Hi, Joni. Sorry.
Hi. How are you? It's nice to meet you.
My pleasure. The same.
Joni is on your team up higher. Part of your support. We were going to do introductions whenever your time limitations allowed for us to do that, but I think she probably sent you a text or left you a voicemail or something. Cindy?
Okay.
Yeah, I left a voicemail.
Cindy with us. So Bob, are you and Ruth on your phone?
Yep.
Yes, we are. We're trying to get our video up and running.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Dee Dee.
We're glad you're with us. Hey. There's Doug. There's Doug. Hey, Doug. Doug's in the dark, too. That's what you do when you have a house full of people. You just go to a room and sit in the dark.
Yeah, no, there I am.
Hey.
I'm actually in my office, but yeah, all you see is the light of my computer.
Yeah, well, my kitchen light is shining in my face, which I'm probably going to turn off and it's really going to be dark. Hang on, let's see how bad it is.
Hey, Doug. Good to see you.
Yes. Hey, Joni, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Eh.
Doing good. Doing a lot
How are
better.
you feeling? Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, Grandpa.
Thank you. Yeah, she's fresh as she can be.
So I'm
Nothing
gonna,
like it, don't you
I'm
agree?
gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick introduction. Carla, Doug is my sponsor. Actually, his wife Amy really gets the credit for it, but Doug and Amy are Black Diamonds in the company, and they live here in Georgia in Athens. And we knew one another through previous company and through Dairy Goats. And they have 7 kids to half match my 14. So anyway, Doug and Amy are awesome, and Doug and I are just going to chat a little bit tonight about how, and I'm about to have a naked 4-year-old in my lap. So everybody say hi, Abigail.
Hi, Abigail.
Hi, Abigail.
We really shouldn't be telling her hi because she's supposed to be in the bed. But anyway, so I really wanted to put together this Zoom call tonight because I wanted to do 2 things. I wanted to give folks that have been in the business for a while. Hey, Bob, now we have 2 of you, but we're glad to have a video. Oh, it was Raymond coming on. Hey, Ray. So anyway, I wanted us to do this because I wanted to give the folks that have been in the business a while some verbiage and some ways to reach out to people. And I also wanted to put something together for people that are brand new, that just ordered a pack. They may not know a whole lot about the company. Hey, Ray. Is that Brandy back there? Hey, Brandy. Don't know a whole lot about the company, but want to be able to go ahead and use up those 10 codes that they got for free along with their kit before they expire. Because 28 days, it seems like a little bit of time, but you know, by the time you get your product and start using it, a couple weeks have gone by, and then you kind of have to scramble if you've got other people you want to share it with. So that was kind of what I wanted to do tonight. Marvin's joined us. Hey, Marvin. And Valerie. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Kathy? That is Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Kathy's also brand new. Kathy and Carla are on a team together, and Kathy's up there with Marvin in Quebec. Carla is in New York, and she originally hails from Spain. So we have Spanish-speaking people on our team here with us tonight. We have French-speaking people on our team. What other languages do we have going on here tonight?
Hebrew as well.
Hebrew as well. That will serve you well when we open Israel, which is around the corner.
Yeah.
A lot of folks talking on here, Dee.
Yes, they are.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I want us to do this pretty quickly. I want us to go ahead and get started, and then if people want to go back and re-listen to it, that's fine. But I want us to be able to tune in to David tonight and have everybody have the opportunity to go jump on Facebook and invite somebody or share that video to join you, because he's doing something different. He's actually going to be videoing from the event where they are in Edmonton live. So it'll be a little different than we normally do on Monday nights. Monday night is usually a training night, but it's I think more of a opportunity to invite people to learn and get excited about the second wave. So I want us to finish up in time for people to be able to do that. So Doug, I know that you have some other team members that are really out there hammering it, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some ways that those of us who've been around for a while can reach out and get some traction with these codes, because some of us bought one Surf's Up kit, so we have 20 codes. Some of us might have gotten 2. And so we've got enough codes we can get out there and share with people. And I know for me, what I've done is I've gone back to people that may have used the product in the past. And y'all, you know, I've been around, I'm as old as dirt. I've been around since we had the original XM3. So there's some people on my list that may not even still be on a written list anywhere, but they've used the product and they liked it. So those are people that I've gone back to and said, hey, you remember that XM3 product that you loved, or I know that you really liked Zebda. We've got an incredible deal right now. You won't even have to sign up for AutoShip if you don't want to. This isn't necessarily about a business, but if you'd like to try the new program, you know, it's earned, and I use this all the time. I don't say it's the pound a day program, but I do say it's earned the hashtag pound a day program, because it has, and it's out there everywhere. You go search for the hashtag pound a day program and you'll find it everywhere. Some people call it pound a day pill, but I tend to call it the program because I want people to use the Super Mix and I want them to use the Detox Tea. So that is one way. If you're looking for customers, the first group of people that I approached were people that I had talked to about the business in the past. Kathy would be one of them, right, Kathy?
Yep.
We've talked about the business several different times in the past, and Kathy hadn't been interested. And so I just said, hey, look, we've got this incredible program. It only costs $40 to get started. You get to try some of the products. The value is much greater than $40. But the good thing is you get a position on my team, and this second wave is going to be huge. The momentum is going to really take off. I saw this, and this is what I'm telling people. This is for people that have been around long enough to have seen some of it. So our first wave was when, Doug? 2000?
Like 10, 11. Yeah, I saw it go from like 10 million to 50 million in 1 year.
Yeah, and that was what took you to Black Diamond. It's what took me to Diamond.
Yeah, right.
And so I saw that. I saw the momentum from that, and that was a ripple compared to what the second wave is going to look like.
Correct.
It's been amazing to see. And for those of you who've heard David and Fred before say, here we go, you know, we're about to take off, we're in the runway. Well, the wheels are off the ground with the second wave. We're no longer on the runway. We're no longer taxiing. The wheels are off the ground. And this program is designed to give lift to get us up and off the ground and going. And so I'm sharing some of that excitement, and I'm not necessarily calling everybody. Calling is great. You might want to reach out and touch base with folks that you hadn't talked to in a while, but you don't have to call everybody. I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm Facebook messaging. You'd be amazed. I went through, and I have an extensive contact list on my phone, because anytime I get a prospect, I don't hand them a card. I say, here, put your number in my phone. So when I say I have an extensive contact list in my phone, I probably have over 2,000 people. I went through that contact list, and I just looked at the names, and if I recognized who they were, I sent them a message. If I didn't recognize who they were, I sent them a different message. But I sent out messages to people.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, we've talked about Zija before, and the timing wasn't right then. What about now? Now it's time to look at it again. So you're just, don't spend a whole lot of time, put the feelers back out there. It goes back to that create curiosity again. Hey, I know when we talked a couple of years ago, you were interested, but the timing wasn't right, or you didn't have the money or whatever. Anybody can afford to get started with a $40 pack. You're not making a commitment. You're getting a position on my team. Let's see what we can do to get the ball rolling for you. If you take your $40 pack and take those 10 codes you get, sign up 10 people, you'll be getting a paycheck the same week that you decide to engage. So that's a way to help people get past the money issue as well. Doug, what are some things that you've done, some tactics that you've used to reach out to some folks?
Some of the same stuff that you have just shared. I have, people, one of my main things, people that have been, I call them tire kickers. Can you guys hear me okay?
Do you call them what?
Can y'all hear me okay?
It's kind of in and out. I heard you say they're called the what?
Tire kickers.
Tire kickers, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Those that are just kind of looking but not really doing anything, just kind of looking at information. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to see if I can change. Am I muted?
No, we can hear you. It was just a little bit in and out. The closer you get to your computer, the easier you are to hear, though.
Yeah, okay. Let me do my volume here a little bit. What's that?
I said we like that close up.
Oh, okay. All right.
The far away I can get, you have to get really close.
That's right. Do I have anything in my teeth? No, it's great to see everybody on here, and I absolutely love the Zoom format. I'm seeing the little pictures are getting smaller and smaller as more people are joining the call, and I think it's awesome because, this is a great way for us to see each other, hear each other. You kind of feel like we're just the family that we really are, But one of the things was people that have been looking at information but haven't done anything yet. Right? This is a tremendous opportunity for them, or maybe somebody that has sampled some product before. I don't care how many years it's been, right? Don't ever prejudge somebody and say, well, they weren't interested 4 years ago, they won't be interested now, or they weren't interested last year, so they won't be now. No, all of that just goes right out the door. Anybody and everybody is a prospect, is a guest, somebody that should take a look at what we're offering right now. There's never any pressure for anybody, right? All we do is want them to have the opportunity to make an educated decision. Those that had looked at information or maybe sampled products, even though they weren't interested before, now, as we've said, it kind of takes away any reason for them not to get started. when you can offer them the $40 pack, $100 value. There's so much great value added into that. Plus, there's the sense of urgency. Dee Dee mentioned a minute ago about where'd you go? There you are, Dee Dee. It moved around on my screen, and I thought you were gone. Yeah, but you mentioned about the value, and a lot of people may have said, well, for whatever reason, it cost them too much. Right, so now are they going to say no to a $40 deal with about a $100 value and an opportunity to get the position in your team? One of the things that I'm doing is I'm telling them, and I've had people ask me straight to my face.
We lost you, Doug. Did I lose everybody? Can anybody hear me? Hello? Can anybody hear me? That was not good. What happened there? This is not something on my computer. I don't think so. Okay, well, I might need you to sit. Not in my mouth.
Is timing and lack of education. Those are legitimate reasons why a person may say, well, no, I'm just not ready right now. You know, and I'll ask them that. Is there anything standing in the way to keep them from getting started right now? And usually, if there is something, they'll say what it is. And usually it's timing. Well, what does that mean? There's something else going on in their life right now. They can't really even think about this. Right? Well, that's fine. It's time. It's not the right time for them. Others might say, well, I just need some more information. That's a lack of education, right? We can help them with that. So there really aren't any excuses because even if they say timing, then we can get back with them a little bit later, right? And you ask them that. Ask their permission. Is it all right if I get back with you? But again, for this, we're talking about ways to use these codes to build our business. I like to use the sense of urgency, and I like to use that fear of loss. Because you are going somewhere with this, even if you've got those 10 codes and you're not sure what to do with them, then the person that sponsored you will help you. We will help you. Who do you know that would like to get that same deal, right? That's a great question. One of the questions I've always asked people is, who do you know that needs to hear about this? Well, now with this, I'm asking them, who do you know that needs to hear about this? Who do you know that would like to get the same deal you got, right? The $40 deal. We'll help you contact those people, right? We'll lock arms with you and help you, and then they will get credit because those names, those codes are attached to them. So all those ways that we can help anybody, you know, get going with this, and the sense of urgency is a big deal because they're going to expire in 28 days. Yeah.
Right. I'm not even giving people the option of timing being an issue. I don't care if it's the right time or not. This is a position. You get it's
Right.
$40. You'll never get this opportunity again, and it buys you a position for a year to think about it. Why I build your business? How can you say no to that? Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be building your business, and if this is something you think you might ever want to do, now's the time. That's really the position that I have used.
Sure.
And you know, if you don't have $40, then let's see what we can do to scrounge it up, because it means you really, really need the business, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just don't go out to dinner on Thursday because you planned on it and it costs you more than $40 to go out to dinner. Just save that money and we'll get your kit and get you going. And then the other thing that I really wanted to do was, what about these people that are brand new that just came on board? They've got these 10 codes. They don't even have their product yet. How do they position that? And though I'm not in that spot, if it were me, I would be making my list, just like Fred teaches on Fast Start Training. Make that list of people that you want on your team, that you want to build a business with. Make that list of people that you think would be interested in the products. And for this particular sampler, I would think about people that might like to lose a few pounds, because that's kind of what it's designed for. So I would first go out to the people that I want on my team, and I'd say, hey, I just joined this business. I'm really excited. I can tell they're going places. I don't even know a whole lot about it. I know it just cost $40 to get a spot on the team. And my sponsor is blowing this thing out of the water. If we get you in now, it means as we build, you get to benefit from that. You know, and you get a $100 value worth of products to sample, and there's no commitment. You're not obligated to anything. We're just going to help you get a position on the team. Who's in? You talk to enough people, even if they don't know what the product is, if they're people that know you and love you and respect you, then it's not going to be that hard to get a few people to join you as your part of your business, to just jump on board and say, yeah, I want to be a part of that. People that are outgoing and like to have a lot of fun, who's not going to want to be a part of your business? So you reach out to people about the business first. And then you reach out to some people that might want to try the product, because what we need to have is not just people that want to build a business. We want to have people that have great product results. You say, well, I don't know how to give people any examples of product results because I hadn't even tried the product yet. Well, David put out a video today, 2-minute video. It just slams it, picture after picture after picture after picture. There's no words. Transformational pictures. So if y'all hadn't seen that video David put out, on my Facebook page, you can go to YouTube and look at David Moses. It's a really quick 2-minute second wave transformational video that's really powerful. So you say, people say, well, I don't know anything about this product. And you say, well, watch this video and see if you that's another way to do it. But it really is about using the sense of urgency. You know, these are going to run out fast. And I'm telling people, and I have, you know, once I got one person to order a sampler, I'll say, you know, I've only got a limited number of samplers and people are already buying them. You know, I don't want to run out before you make a decision. Let's just go ahead and get you set up. But then as they go faster, you can say, I've already enrolled 4 people. I've already enrolled 5 people. I enrolled 8 people in 48 hours. And then you really create the sense of urgency. And people just want to get in before you run out. And you say, you know, the longer you wait, the more team members you miss out on. For those people that are looking at it from a business perspective, the longer you wait, the more team members you're losing, because I'm rolling them in fast. And, you know, if you had jumped on it when I sent that text out, you'd already have 4 people on your team. So when you're talking to somebody about the business especially, you want to position yourself in a place of power, not in a, would you please join my team? I'd really love to have you on my team. This is a great deal. You don't want to miss it. But this is an amazing deal, and I've got people lined up waiting. I'd like to get you in first, so that you're coming at them with a sense of urgency and a position of power.
You know, Dee Dee, I like what you just said there. I mean, there is a fear of loss, right? And so even if they say, well, I don't want to build a business right now, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and just get you a position. It's only $40. And then, you know how things change? Times change, people change, situations, circumstances change every few months, right? So who's to say that sometime within the year, right, or a few months before that account purged, even if they didn't order again, times and a situation may change, and they'll be really glad they got that position once they see what's underneath it, and you know, they might be ready to do something with it at that point. Maybe not immediately, but go ahead and get the position. It'll only cost you $40, and if you're ready down the road of time, it'll be there. I think there might be a 6-month purging time frame if they don't order again.
It's a year, Doug.
Is it a year? Okay, good. Anyway, so that's a good point. They may be ready within a year's time. Something might have changed in their lives.
And you could even ask that question when they tell you now's not a good time. Well, do you think in the next year you might be ready? And I bet they're going to say possibly, because that's a long time frame to say no.
Yeah.
You know, and great. Well, the cool thing about this is it's a position that'll hold for a year, whether you do anything with it or not. You can come back in a year's time and see if it's something you're ready to do, and I will have already built half your team for you. Because I'm building this business, you know, whether you do it or not, I'm just going to keep rolling, and we'll have a team built when you decide.
You know, Dee Dee, that's part of the second wave that Chris and David both were mentioning, and that is when we pick up the phone and call these people and say, hey, just want to let you know you got 10 people, 15, whatever it is, under them on one leg, and they're saying you're crazy because they haven't done anything. You say, well, no, here, let me take a look, right? Because they really do, even though they didn't do any of that work, you did it for them. They just made the wise choice to get a position in your business.
Yeah.
So you can call them back, and then they want to say, then most of them, some will say, well, how can I benefit from that? I've seen that happen many times in my own business, even without a second wave like this. That's normally part of something we would do. Call them and let them know just by a courtesy call, you've got these people on one side, look, and if they want to do something at that time, then they can. It's their forum. Good.
We've only got a few minutes left, but I wanted to open up, see if anybody had any questions. And then I'd like for us to be able to be done in time for folks to get on the Facebook Live with David.
Absolutely. Any questions, anybody, for Dee Dee or myself? You do have to unmute your line there.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can you
Go ahead.
hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I might be speaking with French people. Do you have a three-way call or any documents, anything in French that I will receive? How does it work for that part?
You call Marvin because Marvin is fluent in French, and he's not listening, but Marvin is fluent in French. Hey, Marvin, I've got this person there that I'm just, you know, I'm talking to Sally, and Sally only speaks French, and I'm not going to even pretend to speak French, but Sally, I've got Marvin on the line. He's been in the business a lot longer than I have, and I know that he can get your questions answered. If he doesn't have the answer, we will find the answer for you, but I wanted to introduce you to Marvin because he's been using the products, and he's great with the products, and he loves the business, and all that kind of stuff. You just build up Marvin, and you have that. And it's way better to have a live person on the phone that speaks French than to have Dee Dee or Doug or Joni or somebody who speaks very Southern English and still if you speak English and you speak Quebec English, you still have a hard time. There are some French materials. I don't know. Marvin could probably direct you to those better than I can. But yes, that's why it's so great to have Marvin right there with you because he speaks French too.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Do y'all know each other?
They have.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's how the team works. Yeah. And I mean, there's French speaking representatives at corporate as well. So you know, we can definitely connect you with people. There's all kinds of languages there. Customers in corporate that can help you with that.
That's true.
But what about the training?
The training is something that you and Marvin are going to just own the French market, and you're going to create that.
Awesome.
Because you have been to train the trainer, and you would be phenomenal on stage as a French-speaking
there you go.
person.
Yeah, I want a promotion for that though.
Well, you will get it. Trust me, you get paid.
Oh yeah.
So I do want to kind of use you guys as an example of my persistence because I've known Kathy for a while, and actually I met Carla a while back too. Marvin, and here's another thing that's a plug for personal development. I met all of these folks doing some high-end personal development. Joni met Marvin. I met Marvin at an event, what's it been, 2 years ago. I've probably known Kathy for over a year. I've talked to her several times. I was just trying to network and connect her with Marvin, even outside of Zeta. Although I wanted her on our Zeta team, I wanted her to meet Marvin because they're both really positive, upbeat people, and they live in the same area. I don't know how close, 30 minutes away from one another, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Around that.
I've been trying to make this connection for a year, and Providence worked it out where Kathy and Carla and all got to stay together at this last event. And I finally got Kathy connected with Marvin, and the combination of spending a little bit more time with her and her getting a chance to meet Marvin and know what kind of a team she was getting involved with, that's really what helped push her over the edge. So don't give up. It's not, don't expect you're going to sign somebody up the first time you talk to them. Stay in touch with them. Remember, this is a relationship business. But as far as these codes go, hammer it. We've only got 12, we don't even have 28 days anymore, right? Because, and I think I lost you guys again. I know how Zoom works. I think it picks back up, maybe, I don't know. But I know our time is up too. So thank you all for joining us. And
Yet? Is it the moment I receive it that there's a 28 days? When does the 28 days start off from?
The day that you ordered it, my understanding, because you get the email that actually gives you those codes, right?
Okay.
Have you got that email?
Yes.
It's 28 days from the day that you receive. Any other questions?
I have a question, Doug.
Yeah. Hey, Valerie.
Hey, when you sign somebody up for the $40 and then you tell them that they can get in a place in your team.
Yeah.
How do they get it? What kind of commissions do they get, and how does that happen for them?
For them to receive commissions?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they get 10 codes and then they sign people up, how do they get paid on that?
Dee Dee, you want to answer that? Are you back with us?
yeah, I am. Until they're active, they won't earn those commissions. So remember, 75 PV is what activates them. And the cool thing is, corporate is doing a phenomenal job of helping us explain that. So the first time they will go and log into their back office, it will show them the different packages to choose from. And they don't have to order those packages. They can just order product, but it'll show them the packages that they can choose from. But I'm not even talking to people about a commission. If they've just got that $40 package, they can offer that same great deal to 10 other people. I'm not even telling them there's a commission there. It's $6.
Right.
$6.25. It's not really something to get woohoo excited about, right? I want them.
Right. Well,
I want them to offer the product. But he's using the product, then I'll go back and say, okay, now let's get you all activated because you've already built a team.
okay, so basically they get the $40 pack, they try it for the 4 days, they lose, say, 5 pounds, they get excited, they want to continue, they sign up with at least $75 or whatever they're going to sign up with to continue, and then they can introduce 10 more people, and then it just goes from there.
They can introduce those 10 people as soon as they get their code. I mean, as soon as they sign up, they get an email with their codes and directions on how to use them.
Oh, okay. So they're not obligated to do it, but if they want to, they can, and the directions will be in the pack that they get.
There's no commitment or obligation with that $40 kit. It is a sampler for them to try and a position on your team. But Kathy, was the email that you got pretty much self-explanatory about what to do when you got it? To me, it seemed very clear and straightforward. Here's how you set up your website. Here's your code. Here's how to invite people. Was it clear for you?
Kathy is still muted.
And I'm not sure Carla is still with us. I'm trying to see, is there anybody else that has a brand new? Carla?
Yeah, yes, they're there. They're just muted.
There's Kathy. She's moving. Hey, Kathy. We were trying to get some feedback from somebody that just got started. So the codes that you got, And the email that you got when you first got started, was it clear on how to use it and how to invite people to take advantage of those codes?
To be honest with you, I didn't take a deep look at the email. I went to my back office. I started doing the training with Fred, the three-way call with Fred, and then Marvin sent me some more training that Fred was talking about, and I've been doing those training. And I haven't had the chance to take a look at the email yet. You know, I've been really busy working, and that's already a lot of work I've been doing.
And that's a good point too. If you're bringing somebody in for the business, pretend as if they just signed up with a gold system and get them plugged in and get them rolling. So as soon as Kathy got started, I let Marvin know, here she is, we're on the team. They were already connected. Marvin took the initiative to set up that first three-way call with Fred to introduce the two of them. And we're just rolling as if they're already engaged in the business, assuming that they're going to be. And if they don't, that's fine, because there's no commitment, but it gives them the tools that they need to get started. And I think—
So they'll have back office as well.
Yes, yes. And there is an email that comes right after they sign up that gives them instruction on how to get to the back office. It gives them their codes, and I think it tells them how to invite their friends.
Okay, and they can always call and ask us questions for whatever they need as well.
Absolutely, and I would encourage you to do the same thing. Hey, did you get the email? You know, do you have any questions? And I'm telling all of them, call me when you get your pack. So
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I didn't realize that we had 28 days to get rid of all these codes until I'm sitting here listening to the meeting. I'm like, 28 days, ah! You know, so I'm so glad I jumped on here.
Now you're down.
I don't know why I didn't realize that, but anyway.
Yeah, now you're down to 21, so it's time to get the ball rolling. It's all about creating momentum, and you have to do that with a sense of urgency.
Right.
This week is going by so fast. We all know how fast time flies. So I would set yourself goals to get those 20 of them done this week. You know, I mean, just you don't want
Absolutely.
to lose. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of future business there to just let go away. Yeah, don't let it fade away.
Hey, Dee Dee, I have a quick question for you.
Okay.
Sure enough. Okay.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, on the codes, if, say a person, they sign up with the code, but they want to go ahead and do an auto ship, set up the auto ship. Does that make them active, or will they have to actually buy another kit?
No, they don't have to buy a kit. They just have to have 75 PV. So sometimes you can set up an auto ship and not have that product drop today and then next month. Sometimes you can say, I want to say, especially if they call to do it, you can do that. Well, I don't want product to come until April. That would not make them active. But if they set up an auto ship and they say, I need Supermix to come today and my first auto ship comes in April, then that would make them active. They don't have to buy a kit. They just have to be 75 PV active. And I always encourage 150 PV if they're going to do it as a business, because it cuts their fast start commissions drastically to do that.
Okay, so but they won't be active until the first auto ship actually runs.
They will be active when they have ordered 75 PV in product and it is processed. It doesn't have to be an auto ship. They can just say, they can just place a personal order for Super, and that makes them active. They can place a personal order for whatever the Rib 6 energy product. That's 50 PV. To go with their 25, that makes them 75 PV active. But you want them to understand the business side of it if they're joining to do the business.
Yeah, because I wasn't clear on the fact that I thought once they bought the kit and once they had the kit, and then if they just did an auto ship at the same time, they would be active. So they would actually have to have, if they did an auto ship, it wouldn't kick in until the next month when the auto ship ran, or whenever the auto ship actually runs.
Whenever they're 75 PV active.
Yeah.
So they're not placing an order for a month. They won't be active until that order is placed.
Gotcha.
Because this is only 25 points attached to that $40 pack.
Uh-huh.
Right. It's only 25, so that's not enough to make them active. So they could do 50 more, and that would add to the 25, and that would make 75. Or
I really wouldn't get caught up on that as much as I would be getting them encouraged to go ahead and build their team. You've got 10 codes to invite 10 people to join you. Then when you've got 10 people that are engaged, let's say you get 10 people engaged and you say, okay, look, if you guys all will just go ahead and activate your accounts, if you'll just go ahead and get engaged and get, even if it was the NHR kit at 150 PV, split that up and put that in 2 legs, they're builder 500 out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they order whatever they order, that's when their clock starts, not when they order their sampler kit.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? So all this this is a sampler and a positioning kit. We're putting them in a position. We're helping them get their business started. And if you can help them go ahead and get their business started with that sampler kit and get some people engaged, then they can see how they can make money immediately.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, I know David's Facebook Live is probably already underway. So are there any other questions from the folks that are brand new about how to use those 10 codes to get started? Because Teresa's new, Linda's new, Kathy's new, Carla's new. And I was going to tell Linda's story too. Linda was another one of those people as I just went down my list. Linda and I talked a while back. She's a sister of somebody that's on my team that really hadn't been able to build a business. And I just hammered it. I went through everybody and I sent out texts to everybody. I got a few people to say, who are you and why are you texting me? But I don't care. You know, I probably sent out 300 texts. And Linda just calls me up out of the blue and said, okay, how do we do this? I want to help my sister. So you never know. Don't prejudge people that you haven't talked to in a long time. Just send them something and say, hey, are you interested? It's the same create curiosity concept that we do anything else. The momentum is growing. You know, we're fixing to blow this out of the water. We're taking it to $500 million in the next year. Do you want to be a part of it? Are you interested in learning more? Just something quick and easy and fast. Hammer it on Facebook, hammer it through text, call people that you have a good relationship with, and let's get this thing rolling. It's going to be a wild ride. I'm excited.
That's awesome. I'm sitting here texting out and lining up appointments for tomorrow while we're on this call. So I multitask.
So I would encourage you to hop on David's Facebook Live and think of somebody that you can share it with, or 2 somebodies or 5 somebodies, and say, hey, check this out. I have a limited number of codes and a limited time that we can get them used in. Don't you want to be a part of it?
That's awesome.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. This will be uploaded to YouTube, so folks will have access to listen to it or go back and hear what they missed in the beginning, or share it with somebody if they want to.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Team's growing. This is awesome seeing everybody on here. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.